country from terror-tainted hands. From Oval Office to cricket field, Pakistan stumped. Pakistan humiliated twice on world stage this week. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
त्योहार भी आ गए और हुंडे सुपर डिलाइट डेज भी। अब हर कदम पे खुशियां बांटेंगे। हर सेलिब्रेशन अपना अपना सा लगेगा। यही तो टाइम है प्यार दिखाने का। अपनी फेवरेट हुंडई कार को आपकी मनपसंद हुंडई कारों पर मिल रही है कमाल की डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई ही, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. And sometimes it drapes you in colors, fresh and new. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी। इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना। अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
कल यानी नवरात्रि के प्रथम दिवस 22 सितंबर को सूर्योदय के साथ ही नेक्स्ट जनरेशन GST रिफॉर्म्स लागू हो जाएंगे। एक तरह से कल से देश में GST बचत उत्सव शुरू होने जा रहा है। इस GST बचत उत्सव में आपकी बचत बढ़ेगी और आप अपनी पसंद की चीजों को और ज्यादा आसानी से खरीद पाएंगे। नए स्वरूप में मुख्य रूप से अब सिर्फ 5% और 18% के ही टैक्स स्लैब रहेंगे। इसका मतलब है रोजमर्रा के इस्तेमाल की ज्यादातर चीजें और सस्ती हो जाएगी। खाने पीने का सामान, दवाइयां, साबुन, ब्रश, पेस्ट, स्वास्थ्य और जीवन बीमा, ऐसे अनेकों सामान, अनेकों सेवाएं या तो टैक्स फ्री होगी या फिर केवल 5% टैक्स देना होगा। GST कम होने से अब देश के नागरिकों के लिए अपने सपने पूरे करना और आसान होगा। घर बनाना, टीवी, फ्रिज खरीदने की बात हो, स्कूटर, बाइक, कार खरीदना हो, ये सब पर अब कम खर्च करना होगा। आपके लिए घूमना फिरना भी सस्ता हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ज्यादातर होटल्स के कमरों पर भी जीएसटी कम कर दिया गया है। हम नागरिक देवो भवः, नागरिक देवो भवः के जिस मंत्र के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म में इसकी साफ झलक दिखाई देती है। अगर हम इनकम टैक्स में छूट और जीएसटी में छूट को जोड़ दें तो एक साल में जो निर्णय हुए हैं उससे देश के लोगों को 2.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की बचत होगी। और तभी तो मैं कह रहा हूं ये बचत उत्सव है।
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and welcome you watching the Monday edition of This Is Exclusive. Tonight I come to you with two very special stories. Starting from what's really happening inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as Field Marshal Asim Munir seems to be completely losing control of the situation on the ground. Massive protest taking place tonight on This Is Exclusive. We put the spotlight on Muzaffarabad and a few other places where protests have broken out. And not just that, the trophy which was stolen by the Pakistanis. All this and much more on this edition, but up first let me take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Thousands take to streets in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir against Shehbaz Sharif government demanding reforms. Massive political blame game over Karur stampede. TVK alleges stampede engineered by police and DMK. Leh Apex body moves out of talks with MHA, says no talks until peace restored.
इनका एक समूह है एफ्टा, यूरोपियन फ्री ट्रेड एसोसिएशन। उन चारों देशों का फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट मार्च 2024 में हमने फाइनल किया था। वो 1 अक्टूबर से लागू हो जाएगा और उसका लाभ आप सब ले पाएंगे।
Union Minister of Commerce says not just United States negotiations underway with multiple nations. Remand copy accessed in Delhi molester Baba case. Police to trace Baba's financial and foreign links. Ladies and gentlemen, starting this edition with the latest coming in from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, which is witnessing one of its biggest uprisings in recent years, as thousands of residents take to the streets against Shehbaz Sharif's government-led federation government, in fact. Now, this only indicates how Field Marshal Asim Munir is completely losing control. The Awami Action Committee has now called a shutterdown wheel jam strike across Mirpur Kotli, Rawalkot, Neelam Valley and Kiran, with protests set to continue indefinitely if demands are not essentially met. Authorities have essentially deployed over 1,000 police personnel from Islamabad and imposed an internet blackout from midnight to curb unrest. Protesters are angry over the exploitation of local resources and also electricity being extremely expensive in this area. In fact, this comes just about a few days after the Pakistani armed forces dropped bombs on their own citizens. This was in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Now, shifting focus to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, over the last few years, there have been multiple protests, but this time it has only intensified. What you see right now on your screens, I'm going to take you through the multiple set of images that we have now accessed with deep sources in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. We're also going to tell you why exactly is the protest really taking place. To begin with, on your screens, these are some of the reasons, some of the demands that have been made by the Awami Committee. In fact, in a short while from now, we are also going to play out the responses coming in from the AAC. It turns out that there were multiple meetings that took place between the Pakistani government and the AAC, and the talks have failed over the weekend, resulting in what you see right now on your screens. What you see also, these are the latest images coming in from multiple parts of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, particularly in Muzaffarabad as well as in Kotli. I'm going to now take you through some of the breaking news coming in, starting with the first breaking news coming in, that from Neelam Valley, it has been reported that one person has been killed in the police firing. And from Muzaffarabad, it turns out that 2 civilians have been killed, 22 injured. Republic TV has accessed the full list of those who have been injured here, including with the names of those who have been injured. I'm going to take you through some of the names that we've just accessed. Coming in from Muzaffarabad, Sadir Awan, who happens to be a resident of Neelam Valley, was actually killed. Mushtaq Ahmed from Chandri and Ibrar from Jalalabad, as well as Zulfikar. These are the 4 people who have been seriously injured. A total of 22 is what we are being told who have sustained bullet injuries. If we can just put out the breaking news coming in, we do have confirmed information that at least 14 of them have sustained about 14 people have sustained bullet injuries there. So if we can put out the breaking news coming in right now, 14 people from Muzaffarabad who have sustained bullet injuries. Pakistan police has now opened fire. Islamabad, the paramilitary, was basically called in to control the situation. There's been widespread anger that you see right now on your screens coming in from Muzaffarabad in particular, and details coming in of at least 2 people have been killed, 14 have been injured, 14 have sustained bullet injuries. I'm going to just play out some of these videos and hear this sloganeering that is essentially taking place. Listen.
कश्मीर
Well, in fact, I'm now going to take you through the details of what exactly are they demanding. Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where these protests are taking place. The protests are being led by the Awami Action Committee. In a short while from now, I'm also going to play out the responses that we have got from the AAC. In fact, AAC's leader Shaukat Nawaz Mir has spoken to us. I'm going to play that out in a short while from now. What are they essentially demanding? They're saying that there is a denial of fundamental rights. Can we also put out the breaking news coming in with regards to what the AAC says? AAC says that fundamental rights have been also denied. Fundamental rights have been denied for the last 70 years. But before that, I'm going to put out the details of the firing that has actually taken place a short while back. Details coming in that at least 14 people have sustained bullet injuries. In fact, we have the names of those protesters who were present there and who have sustained bullet injuries. Some have been taken to the nearby hospital, is what we are being told right now. 2 people have lost their lives. One detail that we have is from Neelam Valley, and in fact this happens to be Sadir Awan, who has been declared dead. He is a resident of Neelam Valley. Let me go across to my colleagues Gursibran as well as Ishan, who are basically joining us on this broadcast. Gursibran, full details only with Republic TV. A short while back, my sources in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir have confirmed that about a total of 16, that includes 2 people who have been killed, 14 who have sustained bullet injuries. I want you to take our viewers through why exactly are the protests taking place?
Sishavan, if you speak of the protests are continuing from the Kotli to Muzaffarabad, and also what we have seen that in the tehsils like Bagh and Palandri, those who have been small tehsils, there also the protests have widespread protests are taking place. What the people are saying that they are demanding their basic rights. They're saying that when there is a Bangla Dam and the hydroelectric power project of the Neelam River, why they are not being given the benefit, why the benefits of the electricity that is being produced from their resources, they are not getting benefits and they are getting hefty bills. What they are demanding that the wheat be given to them at subsidized price. What they are demanding that the taxes that the federal government of Shehbaz Sharif is imposing on the people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, that should not be levied on them. Reason being that this is their money, their hard-earned money that is going to the federal government, and in return, the union government, the federal government of Pakistan is doing nothing for the people of Pakistan. Shawan, Awami Action Committee has been continuing with their protests earlier. Last time, if you remember, that there were widespread protests that took place, and it was regarding the Khalsa Sarkar tax that was imposed by the federal government. And then the government was forced to actually come down on the knees after widespread protests taken place. And now, as we speak, as you were mentioning, that exact details of the individuals that have been injured, those have been killed. And the way Awami Action Committee has warned that in the days to come, it will be intensifying its protest against the federal government. What it seems that the people of Pakistan are now fed up from the Pakistani policies because their resources are completely being snatched by the Pakistan, and they are being treated as a third-class citizen, because when they are demanding their rights, they are being pelted stones, they are being fired upon by the Pakistani forces.
Well, in fact, Gursibran, I'll request you to stay on with us. We have details about the fact that how the Pakistani army, they are basically trying to crush the civilian uprising that's taking place in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. As every hour, thousands of people continue to protest for their 38-point demand. AAC leaders have now spoken out. In fact, they say that fundamental rights of their people have been denied for the last 70 years, and the fact that Pakistan has been continuing plundering with the resources. In fact, they say either deliver on the rights or face the wrath of the people. This is AAC's leader Shaukat, who spoke a short while back. Also, confirmation coming in that the talks have failed between Pakistani government and the Awami Action Committee. The talks took place over the weekend, and it turns out that they have basically withdrawn by saying that if at all the paramilitary continues to be deployed, then there can be no further talks. Now, that's the latest coming in. Shaukat from the Awami Action Committee had spoken. Listen in.
इस वक्त खास तौर पे जो हमारी ताजरान बरादरी है मैं उसको मुखातब करता हूँ या अहलियान मुजफ्फराबाद को, क्योंकि हमारा एक सेटअप है अंजुमन ताजरान का, उसके प्रोटोकॉल को देखा जाए तो मेरे बाद अगर मेरे साथ कोई ऐसे नागवार हालात पैदा होते हैं तो उसके बाद जो है बाय प्रोटोकॉल जो है गौर अहमद कश्मीरी साहब जो हैं वो इस सेटअप को लीड करेंगे। और खुदा ना खास्ता अगर, क्योंकि हालात ऐसे हैं कुछ भी हो सकता है, अगर गौर अहमद कश्मीरी साहब के साथ कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है तो उसके बाद जो हमारी सेकंड लाइन है उसके अंदर राजा सईद साहब जो मेरे साथ बैठे हैं, राजा सईद साहब उस प्लेटफॉर्म को लीड करेंगे। और जम्मू कश्मीर ज्वाइंट अवामी एक्शन कमेटी का जो भी प्रोटोकॉल बनेगा, जो भी बात करे, जो फैसला होगा जम्मू कश्मीर ज्वाइंट अवामी एक्शन कमेटी का, तो ताजरान के हवाले से फैसला गौर अहमद कश्मीरी साहब और राजा सईद साहब, उनके बाद राजा सईद अहमद जो है वो करने का इख्तियार रखते हैं।
Over the last 48 hours, a call for protests are now taking place in various parts of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why this is becoming even more significant is primarily because of the fact that civilians, without fear of the police being deployed there, 1,000 paramilitary forces have already been deployed. Despite that, we're given to understand the calls are now essentially being made, asking people to come out on the streets and to defy the curfew that has basically been imposed in various parts of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Listen in to some of the fearless protesters who have spoken out, calling out the Pakistani government.
इंटरनेट सर्विस पूरी रियासत के अंदर बंद कर दी, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इनका हर उल्टा काम हमारे लिए सीधा पड़ता है कि जब हमने देखा कि हम कल का मैसेज को कि हमने अपना काम पहले कर लिया हुआ है, ये जो मर्जी करें, हमने अपनी जो भी ABC प्लान है वो हमने तय किया हुआ, लोगों को बताया हुआ है, सीक्रेट रखा हुआ सिर्फ, लेकिन उसका फायदा ये हुआ कि आज पूरा दिन हमने पूरे शहर के अंदर हैंड माइक रख के पूरे शहर के अंदर पहले पैदल फिर के, अभी सुबह हम अपर अड्डा से निकले थे, जितना एरिया था किला रोड, ये तमाम हम पैदल चल के हैंड माइक रख के लोगों को हमने कल का पैगाम दे दिया। इंशाल्लाह कल तमाम लोग मुकम्मल लॉकडाउन करते हुए 12 बजे दिन बैंक रोड नीलम पुल के पास इकट्ठे होंगे। इंशाल्लाह वहां से हम अपना प्लान बी जो है वो अनाउंस करेंगे और इन हुक्मरानों को, इन अदारों को बता देंगे। ये अदारे कहते थे ना कि हम बड़े वो हैं अमन पसंद है, हम बड़े इंसाफ के दाई है, ये पार्टी है, ये अदारे, इनको शर्म आनी चाहिए। तुम अदारों का काम क्या है? और तुम इस एक नौसरबाज वजीर आजम को सिर्फ उसके इक़्तिदार को तूल देने के लिए तुमने पूरी रियासत को दांव पे लगा दिया। शर्म आनी चाहिए इन अदारों को जिन्होंने आज इस इंटरनेट सर्विस को बंद किया।
Ladies and gentlemen, you've already heard how the protesters are now taking on the Pakistani government, saying that if they can continue muscling their voice, but they are going to be out on the streets, and unless the demands are essentially met with, they would continue with the protest. It turns out to muzzle the voice of these protesters, over the last 48 hours, the deployment has only been increased without any solution in sight right now. Hear it with what another protester had to say.
हमारे पास एक नोटिफिकेशन भी आया है कि इंटरनेट सर्विस जो है वो रात 12 बजे से मुकम्मल बंद कर दी जाएगी, 1 तारीख रात 12 बजे तक। हम इसकी भरपूर मजम्मत करते हैं और जितने भी ये PTA वाले बैठे हुए हैं और जो अदारे इंटरनेट वाले बैठे हुए हैं, हमने बारहा इससे पहले भी मीडिया के जरिए ये पैगाम दिया है कि नेट सर्विस अगर बंद की गई तो फिर हमें इस बात पे मजबूर ना किया जाए कि ये आपके यहाँ आज़ाद कश्मीर के अंदर एक टावर भी ना बचे। हम पुरअमन लोग हैं, हम इस तहरीक को पुरअमन चला रहे हैं और हमारा पूरी आज़ाद कश्मीर के अंदर अंजुमन ताजरान ने जॉइंट अवामी एक्शन कमेटी की हमायत की हुई है। और मैं इस मीडिया की वसादत से शायद इसके बाद नेट बंद हो जाए। हमारे ओवरसीज़ भाई जितने भी हैं, जितने भी दुनिया के अंदर हैं, UK के अंदर है, दुबई, सऊदीया, जिस मुल्क के अंदर है, मेरी उनसे ये अपील है कि अगर हमारा इंटरनेट सर्विस बंद हो जाता है, आपने इस हमारी तहरीक को भरपूर अपने जो दफातर हैं, हमारे एम्बेसी हैं, वहाँ जाके आपने वहाँ भी पुरअमन एहतजाज करना है। हम पहले दिन से हम ये बात खुल के कह रहे हैं कि हम किसी अदारे के खिलाफ नहीं है, किसी मुल्क के खिलाफ नहीं है, हम सिर्फ अपने जो हमारे बुनियादी हकूक़ हैं हम उसकी जंग लड़ रहे हैं और इंशाल्लाह लड़ते रहेंगे। बहुत शुक्रिया।
Let me also bring in my colleague Ishan, who's joining us on this broadcast. Ishan, with respect to why the sudden escalation, we've seen that happening back in the year in 2023 and 2024, but it turns out that this is only intensifying. And more importantly, the political leadership in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir have also joined the protests, and that is the reason why some indications coming in that this is the reason why it is becoming even more difficult for the Shehbaz Sharif government right now.
Shawan, the Shehbaz Sharif government initially started by removing the 12 provincial seats in the PoK assembly, which were reserved for the local tribesmen over there. Once these seats were removed, the voices of the local tribesmen of the region was essentially removed out of the democracy. Furthermore, this unrest has been broiling for a very long time. This unrest has been fueled by the countless number of disappearances caused by the Pakistan military in the region, wherein citizens have been disappeared for raising their voices against corruption of the Pakistan authorities in this illegal occupation of Kashmir. The region has been denied of its resource wealth, wherein the resource have been steadily been moved out of this region, wherein no development has been brought to this region in return for those exploitation of those resources. And as pointed out, the electricity produced in this region is first sent back to Punjab and then repatriated to Kashmir at almost 6 times the production price of the electricity. So this has caused a lot of inflation in the region. So the multiple issues that have been surrounding this region, starting from inflation, resource denial, development denial, post disappearances, rise in militancy. And recently we have also seen the Pakistan military bomb its own citizens, claiming them to be terrorist hideouts. This all has now come to a culmination point, igniting the people of the region into a large-scale protest against the government of the region. And now we are seeing that this government of the region is getting more and more destabilized.
Ishan, I just request you to stay on with me. I'm also going to bring in our colleague Gursubran. Gursubran, any headway that the AAC has made right now? Because the last update that I had was the talks that took place over the weekend, which had failed. Is there any updated information with regards to whether at all there have been any talks today? And what are the measures that have been taken by the Shehbaz Sharif government right now?
Sishawan, if I first speak of the AAC, Awami Action Committee, they have issued this evening a press handout. That is what we are getting to know from the locals. And that press handout says that the government seems to be in no mood of holding the talks or to come down to the table with the protesters. And they have said that all people have been fired upon by the forces. This means that the government do not want any voices against them to be raised. They want to muzzle the voices. So the protests by the Awami Action Committee will continue. That is what in circulation is by the Awami Action Committee in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Because some of the small pockets, like I was mentioning, Bulandri, Bagh and the Bimbar area, they have also seen the uprising. Now the people are gathering, the people are going, they are holding a peaceful march. And they are saying that these marches will continue till the time their demands are met.
Thank you very much, Gursubran and Ishan, for getting us the top story tonight on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most bizarre incidents that have taken place in the last 24 hours. First, the Pakistanis lost during Operation Sindoor. And now, on the field too, the losers continue with their attitude and their arrogance. In fact, what you see right now on your screens is the Interior Minister of Pakistan, who was made to wait for several minutes because the Indian team refused to take the trophy from the Interior Minister, who also happens to be the chairman. It turns out that after waiting, he ran away with the trophy. Now, how exactly is the BCCI really responding to this, and whether at all the BCCI will be taking this up? In an exclusive interview with Republic TV, this is what the BCCI had to say.
India won the final match against Pakistan by defeating them by 5 wickets. In all other previous matches also, India won against Pakistan in both at the group stage as well as in the group of 4 stages. Apart thereafter also, India won against Sri Lanka as well as Bangladesh. So all 7 matches of the recently concluded Asia Cups. Every match was won by India. India remained undefeated. So it is without any controversy, India became the champion. So far as the other part is concerned, regarding some controversies created by some vested interest coming from the hostile country of India, that is their own design, their own way of doing certain things, because they want to divert the attention of their people that their team is doing very badly in the field. So to overcome that situation, they are trying to divert the attention of the people from their mismanagement in the cricket association or the cricket board, as well as the performance of their players. So these self-designed and self-created controversies will not hamper the celebrations in India. They can keep the trophy with them. That is, unauthorizedly they have taken it or kept it in their custody, but whole world knows that the trophy belongs to India and the medals belongs to India. Whether the trophy is with us or not, that will not change the color of our team's performance.
During the first onset of this cup also, we have seen that regarding not doing handshake also, a controversy was raised by the counterpart. So what thoughts you would like to say around that?
From day one, we have made it very clear, in spite of lot of backlashes in our country, that we should not participate in Asia Cup, where Pakistan is also a party. But following our government's policy that India should play in not only in cricket but in all events, other than the game, we are not doing any act from which you can give an indication that we are in friendly terms with Pakistan. We have very clearly made it clear that we refuse to shake hand with the Pakistani players. We refuse to go for any photo shoot with the Pakistani team members or their captains. And we have also made it very clear that we are not going to take a trophy from a person who may happen to be the chairperson of ACC, but at the same time he is holding the post of Interior Minister of Pakistan, and that country is presently under war with India. And if that country is waging war against India, there is no point that we'll receive any trophy or any compliments from that gentleman.
Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. Coming up, trending with my colleague Akanksha.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
त्योहार की खुशियां होंगी डबल। हुंडई सुपर डिलाइट डेज में आपकी मनपसंद कार्स पर मिल रही है कमाल के डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky, and this world is my home where I'm living my best.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का बहुत बड़ा दायित्व हमारे MSMEs यानी हमारे लघु, मध्यम और कुटीर उद्योगों पर भी है, जो देश के लोगों की जरूरत कम है, जो हम देश में ही बना सकते हैं, वो हमें देश में ही बनाना चाहिए। साथियों, GST की दरें कम होने से नियम और प्रक्रियाएं और आसान बनने से हमारे MSMEs, हमारे लघु उद्योगों को, कुटीर उद्योगों को बहुत फायदा होगा। उनकी बिक्री बढ़ेगी और टैक्स भी कम देना पड़ेगा, यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी MSMEs से लघु उद्योग हो, सूक्ष्म उद्योग हो, कुटीर उद्योग हो, आप सबसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं हैं। आपको भी पता है, जब भारत समृद्धि के शिखर पर था, तब भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था का मुख्य आधार हमारे MSMEs थे, हमारे लघु और कुटीर उद्योग थे। भारत की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, भारत में बने सामानों की क्वालिटी बेहतर होती थी। हमें उस गौरव को वापस पाना है। हमारे लघु उद्योग जो बनाए, वो दुनिया में
Hello and welcome. You're watching The Trending Show with me, Akanksha Khajuria, and this evening we bring you the top trending stories of the day. First up, Pakistan's tantrum after India's massive win in Asia Cup 2025. The finale was full of chaos and controversies. We'll show you how Pakistan's Mohsin Naqvi ran away with trophy, and now Pakistan cricket team is being trolled online. And next, US pop star Selena Gomez married a music producer Benny Blanco in a ceremony in the United States. We'll get you the beautiful pictures from their ceremony. And then to what Prime Minister Modi wrote as he penned a foreword for Giorgia Meloni's autobiography, describing it as her Man Ki Baat. And lastly, we will show you the visuals from this year's Durga Puja celebration, creating quite a buzz around social media. This is Trending. I'm Akanksha Khajuria. Let's get started. Suspense, shock and stunning twist. The Asia Cup 2025 final between India and Pakistan at the Dubai International Stadium had it all. It was a finale full of chaos and controversy, one that cricket fans will not be forgetting anytime soon. Let's take you through how the dramatic night in fact unfolded. The Dubai International Cricket Stadium that you can see on the screen. In fact, what really happened there, it witnessed the 90-minute of pure drama after India's win. The Indian team refused to accept the trophy from Asian Cricket Cup's head, Mohsin Naqvi, who is also the chairman of the Pakistan Cricket Board, and Pakistan's Interior Minister as well. Now, in response, Naqvi walked out of the stadium carrying the Asia Cup trophy with him, making a complete mockery of himself. Watch this. After the dramatic snub on the stage, the Indian squad did not let the chaos overshadow their moment. The players and support staff huddled near the podium for a short celebration and a quick photo op with the Indian captain, even posting a snapshot caption simply with a trophy emoji. Tilak Verma, who was declared player of the match, could not resist taking a dig at Pakistan, trolling them in his own style. Watch this. And adding to the banter, Varun Chakravarti joined in on social media, sharing a cheeky picture of himself in bed with a coffee mug. He joked about celebrating India's win with ease, even if the trophy had gone missing. But the controversy did not end there. Tempers flared when Pakistan captain Salman Ali Agha collected his runner-up check from a Naqvi, only to fling it away in frustration moments later. The shocking act captured on camera was met with loud boos from Indian fans who had stayed back for the delayed ceremony. And meanwhile, the internet has always started buzzing with strong reaction on social media, with netizens making fun all over the internet. One user wrote, Indian team celebrated with imaginary Asia Cup trophy. They have just roasted Mohsin Naqvi throughout the tournament. Meanwhile, another joke about how Mohsin Naqvi was on the stage to present Asia Cup trophy to Indian team, but players point blank ignored him. While another, in fact, user takes a dig at Harris Roth. These are just a few of the many trolls that flooded social media as Pakistan tantrums continued. And the India-Pakistan rivalry saw another dramatic twist when Jasprit Bumrah dismissed Harris Roth. The wicket was already significant, but Bumrah's celebration added extra spice and a cheeky response to Roth's earlier on-field gesture. Have a look at the visuals. The moment electrified the crowd, amplifying the charged atmosphere of the finale. And now let's get to another trending story of the day. Happily ever after for Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, as they have officially tied the knot in a private intimate ceremony on September 27th in California. She took to her social media handle to share photos from the wedding album and looked happy during the ceremony. Now, Benny has also shared candid moments from their wedding and expressed his love for his wife. The couple shared their moments from this special day with the loved ones celebrating their love in style. Have a look. And Selena Gomez became a breathtaking Ralph Lauren bride as she walked down the aisle in a custom hand-draped halter neck gown with delicate floral embroidery. It was personally approved by Ralph Lauren himself, is what we're learning. She paired it with a platinum and diamond earrings from Tiffany & Co. and carried a bouquet of lilies. Benny Blanco complimented her perfectly in a custom Ralph Lauren tuxedo with a ruffled bottom-down shirt and a bow tie. Have a look at the visuals on your screen. And the celebration did not just stop there as the ceremony. In fact, the couple shared their after-party moments as well. Their after-party took place under a grand tent draped in gold. Guests feasted on Benny Blanco's favorite, from a sushi and oyster bar to sizzling barbecue as well. A 26-piece band kept the energy high there at the function, and the dance floor stayed alive. We're learning till 4 o'clock in the morning, turning the night into a full-on celebration of love and music. Selena Benny's private wedding was attended by nearly 200 of their closest friends and family, with heightened security in place. The star-studded guest list including pop star Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran and many more. It was a gathering of Hollywood and music's biggest name, all coming together to honor the newlyweds. Hot off the plate and straight to your television screens, here are the top trending stories of the day. Bad Bunny has officially been announced as the headliner for the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. The three-time Grammy winner will take the stage on February 8th in Santa Clara in California, marking another milestone as he continues to bring Spanish language music to the global spotlight. And China has officially opened the world's highest bridge in the world to the public. The Grand Canyon Bridge towers 625 meters in the country's Guizhou province. Officials say that it will cut the travel time between the canyon's two sides from 2 hours to just 2 minutes. And for the first time in 8 years, the South Korean government waived visa requirement for the Chinese tour groups, underscoring efforts by the president to improve the relationship with China. As part of the pilot program, which will be valid until June next year, a group of 3 or more tourists from mainland China will be able to stay in the country without a visa for 15 days. The action comes ahead of China's National Day from October 1st to 8th, as well as a series of South Korean holidays that will take place at the very same time. And New Zealand's fastest bird, capable of flying at 200 km per hour in its pursuit of prey, has been crowned Bird of the Year. It is small with impressive talons and dark eyes. They are powerful aerial hunters and watch other birds, lizards or small mammals, sometimes larger than themselves, from a high vantage point before diving at a very high speed to snatch their prey. Have a look at the visuals. And Donald Trump has given the White House another layer of his signature glitz, showing off gold ornaments in a video posted on Truth Social. But the timing has sparked outrage. The US president, who has treated the residence as a personal design project since his second term began, has filled its hall with flashy remodels. The criticism grew sharper because of the timing. His gold post went live less than just 3 hours after the Marine veteran opened fire at a church in Michigan in the United States, killing 4 people and injuring 8 before setting the chapel on fire. And Prime Minister Modi has penned the foreword for I Am Georgia, My Roots, My Principle, the Indian edition of Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's autobiography, scheduled to release soon. Drawing from his experience over the past 11 years with global leaders, Modi remarked that their life stories often reflect universal themes, which he also sees in Meloni's journey. The Indian Army, in collaboration with the Indian Armed Forces, carried out Vayu Samanvay, a high-intensity joint drill stimulating unmanned aerial system and counter-drone warfare. From offensive drone strikes to real-time anti-UAS defense, this war game signals India's readiness to take on the emerging aerial threats. And during the Navratri fair at the Khandera temple near Bhopal, a manually operated giant wheel swing broke when a hook snapped while several people were riding it. Panic ensued as a swing got stuck mid-air, but police and the local residents quickly evacuated all the riders safely. Fortunately, no one was injured and the swing was removed from the site. And now a screenshot of an internal email accusing a senior UCO bank official of abusive and inhumane conduct has gone viral on social media, triggering widespread criticism. The complaint highlighted multiple cases. When a branch head's mother was in ICU, the official reportedly asked for confirmation of return dates before approving the leave. In another instance, after a branch head lost his mother, Ajit allegedly remarked, and I quote, "Everyone's mother die. Do not be dramatic, be practical, join immediately or I will mark leave without pay," and later issued a formal letter against the officer as well. An all-women team of ITBP personnel have successfully scaled the 7,135-meter Mount Nan in Ladakh. The feat was led by Assistant Commander Banita and marks a proud moment for women in Indian Armed Forces. The climbers were honored at a flag-in ceremony in the presence of ITBP DG Rahul Baskotra. Navratri and Durga Puja festivities are in full swing across the country, with pandals and idols capturing the imagination of the devotees and visitors alike. From breathtaking themes to experimental artistry, this year's celebration are quite a buzz around social media. Have a look. And the Durga Puja celebrations have gone global in Calcutta, as the IB block in Salt Lake have unveiled a Dubai-themed pandal recreating iconic landmarks like Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab and Dubai Frame. The towering structures have turned the pandals into a mini Dubai right in the heart of Calcutta, drawing massive crowd and admiration from scale and creativity. And meanwhile, in West Bengal's Murshidabad district, another pandal has gone viral on social media for its unusual depiction of a demon, Mahishasura. In Bharampur, the Asura closely resembles former US President Donald Trump, complete with pale skin and a blonde hair. The idol, crafted by local artist Asim Pal, has sparked widespread reaction on social media, with netizens even calling this Trumpasur. After Trump as demon, now another West Bengal pandal is depicting Bangladesh interim Prime Minister Mohammad Yunus as Mahishasura, creating a buzz online. Now in Murshidabad's area, organizers have chosen a political theme titled Dahan, meaning the end of evil. In line with this, the traditional demon Mahishasura has been sculpted to closely resemble Dr. Yunus, while a severed head held by goddess Durga is clearly modeled after Shehbaz Sharif. And this is all we could pack for you in the trending. We'll be back tomorrow with much more interesting story. Till then, keep watching Republic TV. And coming up next is the debate with Shawan Sen. Keep watching.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
त्योहार की खुशियां होंगी डबल। हुंडई सुपर डिलाइट डेज में आपकी मनपसंद कार्स पर मिल रही है कमाल के डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. And sometimes it drapes you in colors, fresh and new. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
साथियों, हम नागरिक देवो भवः, नागरिक देवो भवः के जिस मंत्र के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म में इसकी साफ झलक दिखाई देती है। अगर हम इनकम टैक्स में छूट और जीएसटी में छूट को जोड़ दें तो एक साल में जो निर्णय हुए हैं उससे देश के लोगों को 2.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की बचत होगी। और तभी तो मैं कह रहा हूं ये बचत उत्सव है। साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का बहुत बड़ा दायित्व हमारे एमएसएमईज यानी हमारे लघु, मध्यम और कुटीर उद्योगों पर भी है, जो देश के लोगों की जरूरत का है, जो हम देश में ही बना सकते हैं, वो हमें देश में ही बनाना चाहिए। साथियों, जीएसटी की दरें कम होने से नियम और प्रक्रियाएं और आसान बनने से हमारे एमएसएमईज, हमारे लघु उद्योगों को, कुटीर उद्योगों को बहुत फायदा होगा। उनकी बिक्री बढ़ेगी और टैक्स भी कम देना पड़ेगा, यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी एमएसएमई से लघु उद्योग हो, सूक्ष्म उद्योग हो, कुटीर उद्योग हो, आप सबसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं हैं। आपको भी पता है, जब भारत समृद्धि के शिखर पर था,
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Last night, someone dropped the caboose. Well, almost. But Cubo AI stopped them with an automatic spotlight and a blaring alarm.
Cubo smart security cameras. Not just record, it protects.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान,
लिया सोना।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है?